Yes, thank you. Hi, Jesse.
Hi.
I am an ex-Muslim from Kyrgyzstan, living in Virginia,
Uh-huh.
and I became I became Christian. I saw Jesus in my country, in the Bishkek, and I
Good.
wanted to,
Welcome to the Christian world.
yeah. But then after I met Jesus, I married my husband. I didn't know he Christian, but then he told me he's Christian. And I moved to America, and we start watching every day. He watching NBC News, and it's like he's against Trump. He's totally hating him, and I'm asking how can be Christian but hating Trump?
Yeah.
And then I do research about Trump, and after I know he's for Israel, he moved embassy, he's helping Jews, and he's against abortions. It's like it's all what I believe.
Yeah.
And then I start talking about him about this, but he says it's just a little bit. But his attitudes, he's a really bad person. He's not supposed to be there. And I was, what's the bad about him? He's just telling truth. And this NBC News every day, he's rewatching, and they keep talking about Trump bad. It's everything what he says is totally. It's like. I'm asking him why they keep talking bad, and he's keep laughing about it. And it started being offensive. I said, "Don't laugh at Trump. I'm for him. If you're against him, I'm for him."
Yep.
And we divided, and I'm against. I want to take my daughter out of the public school, and I don't want to. Teaching her all these dinosaurs, all kissing, all kind of stuff. They literally making slut, like you said. It's like, and then she's kindergarten right now. She's 6 years old.
Wow.
And I'm taking out of her this year. That's it, an ending. I'm gonna be at home teaching her Bible. I'm not supposed to have in school anyway.
Yeah.
So she's against that, and we have son. His name Jeremiah, and I don't wanna. It's like and I tell him you need. I wanna take. I tell you need to go to August to JLP Peterson. You need to go men's meeting. And he says, I already know everything. I mean, how you're not God. You cannot know everything. And I said, you need to go there. If I can go with you. And then he says, oh, okay, I will think about it.
Nice.
And, yeah, this is my question is how, he's had a lot of anger. And after I started watching your show, I literally... After you said one time, Christian not supposed to be angry, it's literally I drop out. Something like you said, spirit of God's spirit is right away not acknowledge it.
Hold on for a minute, son. Let me take a break.
So he have a lot of anger issues, and he's all about worldly. His interest is different than mine. Mine is against what Black Lives Matter. He's totally about this. He want to put that thing is in his car's window. I said, why are you not putting Jesus in there? But you need to put black. This is showing your spiritual life. He's against it. It's like we totally different interested.
Yeah.
And then his spirit against my spirit. What I'm supposed to do?
Is he black?
No, he's half. Mother is white, father is black, and he's totally denying about his wife. I said, you raised, but the mother and father, dropped him at the house. That I don't know how you call it. People children that are raising without parents, but white family adopt him, and then he was raised in a white family, very beautiful family. But he's denying. He's totally identifying by black. And I think you cannot deny your white blood.
I know. And so your question for me is what?
So his anger issues, and I'm trying to, you said show by your example, by how you're living. I'm trying to show, but he's irritating my daughter. My daughter is his stepdaughter, and he's irritating her. And it's like, I don't know, everything was, if I say something, he starts jumping up out of nowhere.
Amazing.
It's like, And he don't like, he basically stopped talking to me because everything, my interest is totally different. And I want to pass that track, gospel track. He don't want it. Oh, police gonna arrest you, put in the jail. How police gonna arrest me for passing the tracks out? He put that fear, all kind of stuff. It's like, you're supposed to be Christian and spread the gospel, not against that.
How long you been married?
3 years, almost.
And why did you marry him?
So I was like becoming Christian, and I was like, my world was changing, and everything was changing for me. But we already was meeting each other, and then I thought he's Christian, I guess, and I guess it's from God wants me to marry him. But later I understand that he wasn't Christian, and God wasn't, like, it was not his plan. So I guess I made a mistake.
And so you already have a child before him?
Yeah, before him, from my Muslim husband, ex-husband, I have one daughter, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, here's what I highly recommend us all, is that make sure you don't get angry at him. All right?
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm not getting angry at all.
Right. So don't be angry and don't impose anything upon him. You just live your life, and that way you would be in order with your husband, even though it sounds like he's wrong. I'm only hearing your point of view of it, but don't resent him. You be honest when you do get into a conversation, but don't resent him, so you could stay in order, and God will guide you in the right way to go.
So, and then I wanted to ask about my kids too. How I'm supposed to, like, not put not be God for my kids. So I will be out of or from their way, so they find their way to God. So
you are. Once again, when you're not angry, when you overcome the spirit of anger, you have the love of God in you. He's inside of you, and He will guide you, right? Mm-hmm. And based on what you've said, your child is not your husband's child, so he really can't tell you what to do with your child. If you want to take your child out of the public school, you can do that. It's yours and not his. That's why it's not good for men and women to get involved with other men and women if they already have children, because it's not going to, kids just want that parent. They don't want some step parent or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And so now you have to make a decision about your child, and because it's not his child, it's almost put you between a rock and a hard place. But I wouldn't have my kids in the public school either. I don't blame you for taking it out. Just let them know, you know what, I'm not going to let my daughter stay in the public school. I'm going to have to take her out. And do what you got to do, but do not get angry.
What about, I was thinking about divorcing him, but we have son, and
you have a child with him?
Yeah, we have one son. His name's Jeremiah.
Oh, how old is he?
7 months.
Oh, he's young.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't think about divorce right now. I would let God guide me. Stay away from anger and just stay present with God. Don't forget God. Stay in the present. Don't get lost in your head thinking about yesterday or tomorrow, and let God guide you. And believe me, it'll work out amazingly for you in the way that it should be.
Yeah, I don't want to be divorced. I want kids have their father, because I didn't have my father. I was my mother raised, and then I really want them hard. But he's being angry. He's basically a woman if he's angry, right?
Yeah. So any male that has anger is a female.
So that's why how he gonna raise them right if he's already a woman with two women living together? So and then
because of the love of God working through you, He's working through you. As long as you don't resent your husband, God is with you, and believe me, it'll all work out. You'll be fine.
Yeah, and then how I should raise my kid? Like you said, I heard you said they're not supposed to be told. And so sometimes I tell my kids or my daughter, clean up your toys, but she don't want to listen to me. I mean, should I raise my voice? I mean,
you should. Again, as long as you don't have anger, and you tell your daughter clean your room, If she doesn't,
Yeah.
you will see the next thing to do. Okay, if you don't clean your room, you can't play with your toys, or you can't play with your friends. You will see, and then and because you're doing it with perfect love and not with anger, which the kids can tell.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't do it with anger, she'll get up and start doing what she needs to do.
Yeah, I already see. I already gave her spirit of anger, and she's getting angry like real. And not my husband is really working on her, giving her anger
Oh,
and
man.
irritating her big time. It's like that spirit is just raising up in him. And I keep telling him, you totally possessed. You got to do something. You got to forgive your mother. You totally possessed. But he won't do anything. I mean, he don't want to listen to me.
Where's her father?
Her father is in the Kyrgyzstan. He's alcoholic and he's totally lost.
Amazing. What a bad situation, but and that's what happens though when we have anger. We end up in situations where we don't see what we're getting into until after we're into it, and then we wonder what the.
Yeah, if I divorce, I am woman. I cannot raise boy and girl, right?
You can if you overcome the spirit of anger, and you have the love of God guiding you. As long as you don't operate in, when you overcome that anger, you're going to wake up because you have the light of God guiding you, and you would see how to raise the children in the right way because God will guide you. But if you have anger, then Satan is guiding you, and God cannot help you.
Yeah, I already having the prayers, and after you said anger, it's totally dropped, and I feel like, but I'm working on this, but it was so different. After you heard me one time, and then it was dropped.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for everything you do.
Yeah, you're welcome, but I want to advise you to just take one day at a time, one thing at a time, one situation at a time, and God will guide you in the right way because he's not going to hold it against you that you got into the wrong marriage. Because in that fallen state, we do the wrong thing. We can't see what we're doing. He cares about the heart, so he will change the heart, and he will guide you. He will clean up the house for you.
So if in the August, if can I mean, it's totally for men, but we can wait outside, right?
I'm sorry?
Oh, if my husband, I'm going to bring my husband to the August, the men's meeting that you guys doing. I mean, we can go and he can go. We can wait outside, I guess.
Oh, you mean the conference down in Florida?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the conference is for men only. But that next morning, which is Sunday morning, we're going to be having church service there, and it's going to be for everybody.
Oh, then I can go too then.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. I'll see you there.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Anger is not of God, folks, so you're not going to see the right thing to do. Really, it's just not going to happen because you're blinded by anger. Anger is hatred. Hatred is evil. Evil is the nature of Satan. It's just the way it is. It's amazing. Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the Jesse Lee Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.